goddesses, how are we doing this morning? I'm gonna go ahead and we've got a little wetness going on here. Oh Lord. Okay, yes, it's on. We're good to go. We're a little crazy this morning, but we're getting it together. I'm gonna go ahead and start our music for the morning. I'm gonna go ahead and finish straightening up my hair really quick while the music is playing. Go ahead, grab your coffee. Feel free to get your life together with me this morning, and we will jump right in. So here we go. I think, okay. We've got this. Here we go. Ooh. There we go. Turn it up. Ooh. This song is called Morning Lights. This morning. We're running behind. But it's okay. We can't all have it together all the time. There we go. Good morning, good morning. This song is called Morning Light, and I think we could all use a little bit more light in our morning. Okay. I think we're good to go. Okay. Just in time. Woo! I did my hair in 3 minutes. How about that? All right. How are we doing this morning? I hope we're doing good. I've got lots of stuff going on today. After I jump off of here, we are actually going to be driving into Texas. We are taking Atlas to like a little pumpkin patch type thingamajiggy. And hopefully it's going to be a lot of fun. They set it up like a real like amusement park or something. So we will see how that goes. So I wanted to start with obviously the sexy sunrise intention for today. I wanted to share my intention with you. And this is kind of a way for me to hold myself accountable as well, and hopefully inspire other people to maybe set an intention and start living their life differently. The entire point, the entire intention behind this Sexy Sunrise show and doing it during, a Facebook Live and stuff like that, and really being able to connect with people, is actually to inspire a new way of showing up in life, kind of breaking those patterns that don't support self-love. Like, it's really easy to wake up in the morning and start reacting and start taking ourselves into that spiral of not being good enough, and you've got so much to do and all this stuff. So we really want to just break that pattern first thing in the morning, set yourself up for some good thought patterns during the day, and eventually wake you up to your own inner goddess, your big goddess energy. So that's the entire point of the show. I'm Bianca Adelia. If you've never joined me before, I've been a boudoir photographer for about 6 years. It's my absolute passion, and usually they say in your 5th year of business, which this is kind of like my 5-6, is when you either fail or you do a breakthrough, and I'm excited to see where it takes me. So good morning, good morning, good morning. We are going to go ahead and jump right into our astro forecast, because this plays a really big role in what we're going to talk about today. So, boop, boop, boop. I'm Bianca Adelia. I'm your astro forecast lady for today. Let's talk about it. So yesterday we had the new moon in Libra, and it really gave us kind of a break from any of the tensions and stuff like that have been going on in the air. And we were hopefully able to experience a mode of like balance, or maybe like alignment, and we were able to like finally see ourselves or find a moment of peace, or find some kind of balance between like your work or your business and your personal relationships and your life, or even that personal business work relationship within yourself. So hopefully you were able to experience that. And if you didn't slow down enough to let yourself experience that, and you let yourself kind of keep going in the grind and stuff like that, today the moon has actually transitioned into Scorpio, and we still have a little bit of that lingering new moon energy. And the Scorpio energy is definitely going to set you straight if you didn't allow yourself to sit in that balance yesterday. So with the moon being in Scorpio, I think next month we're actually going to get the full new moon in Scorpio. But for today, with the moon just kind of transitioning into Scorpio, you might feel a lot of tension and torn energy between supporting yourself or supporting others. Like if you're going to keep serving other people, or if you need to step back and serve yourself, you might find yourself within an imbalance there, not knowing which side to kind of pursue. And then also, Scorpio isn't about the BS, okay? Scorpio is going to tell things how it is. You might feel like you've got a big BS detector going on today. I know I woke up this morning and I was like, I'm feeling a little intense. I'm feeling like some type of way. And I went and pulled up my little astrology app, and sure enough, the moon is in Scorpio. And if you're kind of new to astrology, which I am too, but I love these little astro chats and learning about it and using it to guide my life, the moon kind of rules your emotions very, very closely. So all of those like BS detectors that you might feel you have going on, maybe might actually be triggers. So for example, if you see someone out and about and you got some kind of opinion about what they're doing, and you're kind of like your BS detector is going off, and you're just like, why is that person even doing that? Like that person is just trying to be some type of way. It could in fact be an internal thing going on. So with the Scorpio energy being so intense, you really want to be aware of those emotions. And my intention for today actually is to be absolutely aware of what's going on inside of me, so that I don't react in a way that is against who I am and who I want to be. So my intention completely for today is to just be super, super self-aware, and I really want to pay attention to how I feel all the time. I really want to pay attention to, am I starting to feel a little bit of irritation? Where is that coming from? Is that an outside thing that's going on, or is it something in me? Like, is it somewhere I need to check myself so that I don't take this out on someone that doesn't deserve it? So that's going to be the Scorpio energy today. It's going to be pretty intense. You're going to want to express those emotions, so you really practice that self-awareness to make sure it's coming from the correct place and it goes to the correct place. So that was our astro forecast. What I want to talk about for our Booty Bits segment. And I want to try something really quick. I see 2 of you are on here, so if you could just let me know if the music is actually popping up for this segment. I want to test something out really quick. So I'm going to go ahead and move into Booty Bits, and if you could just let me know if the music shows up automatically for this. Hey Ashley, I see you, girl. Good morning, goddess. Okay, so if you could just let me know if the music automatically popped up for that. I'm testing something really fast. And let's go ahead and move into our Booty Bits segment. So today, I wanted to talk about the correct time to book your boudoir session. And this is going to transition so perfectly into today's topic. So when to book your boudoir session. What we as women do a lot is we want something, we disregard that want, and then we put other things first that we think are more important and might arguably be more important. But then down the line we realize there's so many things that we've wanted to do and we haven't done them, and we've just kind of like life has just kind of happened to us. So when it comes to booking your boudoir session, this is something that's major. A boudoir session is major. It's a major step into vulnerability. It's a major step into pursuing self-confidence and body awareness and all that kind of stuff. So it can be a little bit scary. So the moment that you notice that you want something, you got to go grab it. You got to just do it. You got to figure out if this is even something that you really want. It might turn out that like after you have your boudoir session, or after you buy that top, or after you go on the road trip or something, it might turn out that like it wasn't for you. But you can't live your life constantly in this mode of disregarding all of your wants, because every time you do that, you're kind of just stuffing your own personality down the drain. And I'm going to tell you, all those emotions and all those resentments and all that stuff eventually bubble to the surface. So when to book this session, I am going to have to say, whenever you feel that little tug like toot toot, hey, that looks cool, I want it, go book it right then. Usually the boudoir photographer that you reach out to has payment plans available. They have session deposits that they offer and stuff like that. Kind of talk to them and kind of see where that takes you, what you're able to do at the time. The thing about boudoir sessions that's really cool is that every boudoir photographer has like this complete different style too. So like booking with lots of different ones, you're going to find different pieces of yourself through those boudoir sessions. And this is kind of like a shameless plug because I'm a boudoir photographer and I believe so deeply in the power of it. So let's talk a little bit about maternity, because this is an obvious one where we really want to find a timetable for a maternity boudoir session. So with a maternity boudoir session, once you reach past that 35 weeks, this is when you're going to find yourself kind of bloating and you're going to see that water retention and stuff like that. So I usually tell women when they're between their 28th and 35th week, I would go there, because you're still kind of like right after that third trimester where you don't feel swollen or anything yet. Now, of course, if you have other things going on, if you're on bed rest and stuff like that, obviously you're going to have to coordinate a little bit differently. But as a general rule of thumb, 28 to 35 weeks pregnant is going to be that magic window for booking a maternity boudoir session, or a photo shoot in general is usually what photographers tell you. So that is our Booty Bits segment. Today we are going to tiptoe into ways to boost our confidence. So things, and I really wanted to talk about this one today because since we're on this like being aware of all the BS with the Scorpio energy in the air and it just coming with their knife and just slicing through all the crap, This one is super, super important because there's so many things that actually affect our confidence. And some of those things are actually like our childhood affects our self-esteem, or our confidence, spirituality or religion. These kind of things affect our confidence. The friends and family that are around us affects our confidence, society in general. And then, I mean, don't forget media. Media is very, very, what's the word? I'm losing it right now. But it affects your confidence and the way that you see yourself in a really, really big way. And if you're not self-aware, it's going to rule you instead of you ruling it and noticing things and stuff like that. So the relationships that you're in, also your work environment. If you're at a job that you hate, and the workers around you are a certain type of way and you just don't jive with it, that's going to affect your confidence too, because you might sit here thinking something's wrong with you, or something like that. Everyone is so different and everyone interacts so differently. Like all of these tiny little things affect your confidence if you're not able to sit with yourself and be aware of your emotions and be aware of your thought patterns in general, because just like how they say everything happens to you for a reason, there's a bigger plan, all that stuff, your emotions are also there for a reason. So emotions are not there to be a bad thing. Emotions are not there to drag you down. Emotions are literally cues within our body that are telling us something. And so we want to listen to them in a way that's non-biased, non-judgmental, and in a way of receptiveness so that we can really learn from them and grow and become bigger, stronger, more confident women. So the very first thing in boosting your confidence, because since all of those things that I just mentioned definitely affect your self-confidence, like childhood was a big one for me that affected my confidence. But here's the thing, is it's only a factor. It is up to you. It's up to you. It's up to you to build that confidence. It's not like something happened in your childhood and your parents said this one thing and that's the way that you are now because of that, and then that's it. And so everyone else needs to react to you differently because of something that happened in your childhood. And that is so toxic. It is so toxic. If you're not willing to say, like, this is what happened, and you say, this is what happened because of this person, like, bravo, you just identified the problem. But what are you going to do about it? It is not your parents' place to fix you. It's not your partner's place to fix you. It's not your siblings' place to fix you. Everyone is on their own journey and everyone is expressing themselves in the way that they need to. And when you become self-aware and you take the accountability for yourself, this is going to be the biggest factor in boosting your confidence. I see so many lists online for like confidence in general, and it'll be things like dress properly. And these things are super important, but these are also surface level things to kind of guide you into the direction of the real inner work and kind of give you the space and the capacity to be able to do so. Ooh, it's really hot in here, you guys. I think I turned on the heat and I'm like sweating. Oh my gosh. But that's going to be the biggest thing, is to take responsibility and take accountability. Since we're in this Scorpio energy right now of like cutting the BS cake, really take that as an opportunity to pay attention to your emotions today, because I'm willing to bet that your emotions are going to be a little bit more expressive today. You're going to experience your emotions on a much higher level today. And especially with Mercury in retrograde right now, it's really going to add on to that expression. And you might say things in a tone or more angrily than you would if you were in a place of like peace and a space of alignment and a space of real good intention. So after you start taking responsibility and you see the things that are happening and you're like, this is what happened, so what can I do about that now? That's your accountability. Then you can kind of start experimenting and stuff like that. And this is where you can start a new hobby to learn more about yourself. What do you like? Get yourself in the mind frame of doing things like that. And when you're in a more positive mindset and you're feeling good, your ability to handle situations is going to be a lot different. You're going to be able to navigate them. And because of those life experiences that you're starting to experiment with, that confidence is going to just boost because you're going to get to know yourself better. And I guess an example of this would be I stayed up last night till midnight. I know I can't do that. I am not a morning person. I'm not a morning person at all. I'm super, super grumpy. I am a little unbearable when I'm tired to be around, if I'm being absolutely honest. And I know this about myself. I know that I can't drink a lot of alcohol or I become unbearable to be around and the next day is just completely awful. So it is up to me to figure out ways that I can change this. And this Sexy Sunrise show is one of those ways that I am developing in myself to stop that pattern. And I'm really grateful that I'm able to share this with you guys. So start to kind of experiment with your life and find things. And, you know, the self-awareness was me realizing I can't stay up late because I suck in the morning as a person. So I'm taking responsibility, and then you start to experiment, find ways, okay, what can you do so that this wouldn't happen? I'm noticing, like say, I'm noticing these patterns in my life that are not supporting the life that I actually want to live. So let's do a little experiment. Maybe if I went to bed at 10 p.m., maybe that would work. So I'm trying that right now. And it's so simple, but we just don't do it. It's so simple. We just don't do it. It's so simple. We just don't do it. Like, I hope that sank in. Like, we listen to this stuff all day and we're like, yeah, like it makes sense. I know that stuff already, but we don't do it. We don't do it. So, you know, you start developing these experiments, and then we get a little bit more self-aware to where we can actually develop an action plan for that. So once we start doing these little experiments with ourselves, we find what works, we find what doesn't, and then we slowly start devising concrete action plans that kind of move us into the space that we want to be. And that's growth. That's how you just keep growing. You keep taking a look. You keep looking at yourself. You keep taking a look at the things that are not working. You also have to take into account the things that are working. And it's really that simple. Even talking about it and saying it's so simple, I find it hard myself to actually do it. When life is throwing you so many curveballs, it's hard to like just do it. Like, stop for a minute. Like, let's just think for a moment and just do it. So that is the chat that I wanted to go about today. And we are going to actually head out to the pumpkin patch. It's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to take lots of pictures. And I will see everyone tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Central Time. I'm so happy that you can join me here. If you wanted to take a look at my virtual boudoir sessions that I offer, those can be found at thegoddessboudoir.com. And if you wanted to join into the membership plan, that's $44.99 a month, and you get boudoir poses and kind of learn more self-awareness through sexy selfies, because I believe that boudoir and our sexual energy is the most primal integration that we need to make within ourselves to really get to know ourselves. So that is there. You can take a look at that. And I will see everyone tomorrow, 10 a.m. Central Time. Thank you so much for having me, letting me be part of your morning, and sending you so much love. Bye.